Like many of you that pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch, I'm also on that Nintendo hype train for next month, and it got me thinking about all the exclusives coming to the Nintendo Switch in 2017, and so I want to share the games I'm excited to play on Nintendo Switch that are exclusively coming to the system in terms of modern consoles, so that maybe you guys have something to look forward to if you do pick up a Nintendo Switch at launch. So without further ado, here are the exclusives I'm looking forward to on Switch that are coming out in 2017. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the launch game that pretty much every Nintendo Switch owner is looking forward to. This Legend of Zelda looks like it's trying to revisit some of its roots while still reinventing the Zelda formula entirely. It's the most free-exploring Zelda game since the original on the NES, but it ditches the guided path formula of the previous games, filled with multiple dungeons and caves to explore, something more reminiscent of modern Western RPGs today. Over the last year, I've got to play about 2 hours of Breath of the Wild at multiple events like E3, the Zelda Escape Room, and the Nintendo Switch event, and every demo has taken place in the same Great Plateau demo area. More interesting is that every demo experience I've had, I got to explore a new area within the confined demo area that every demo took place in. It really does put into perspective just how big Hyrule is in this game. And so when you take all that into consideration, there's basically no way you can't be excited for this game, even if this is your very first Legend of Zelda game, ever. Splatoon 2 is a sequel to the Wii U surprise hit Splatoon. This was Nintendo's take on a modern online shooter, but damn was it fun. I literally streamed this game every week for about 5 months straight. Splatoon 2 follows the same gameplay formula as the original while adding in a ton of new content and customization features. On your individual Inklings, you're now able to change not only their shirt and shoes, but also their bottoms and their hairstyle, further making your Inkling unique from the rest. As for gameplay, new special and regular weapons are being added to the game, like the new jetpack that lets you hover over the entire map for a short period of time. We've only gotten a small glimpse of new weapons in the game, but we know that they're going to be added gradually after release, like the original Splatoon. Nintendo recently announced that they're also doing a global test fire demo for the game at the end of March, so it won't be long now until we all get a chance to try out the game, at least for Nintendo Switch owners. Snipper Clips is a game I think will go under the radar as one of the best puzzle games on the Nintendo Switch. I got the chance to play it in New York last month, and it's one of the best puzzle games I've ever played in a while, especially in terms of co-op games. You can play the game with one Joy-Con per person, and what it is that each person plays as this little creature made out of paper. You can cut and reshape your little person to make certain shapes that the game wants you to make. Sometimes you'll have to move objects around, so you and your teammate will need to create a certain shape to cradle something from one place to another, like a basketball into a hoop for example. Snipper Clips will be a launch game for the Switch digitally, and it's only 20 bucks. If you take one thing away from this video, it's that you should try Snipper Clips. It's a pretty cheap game in terms of price, but a really fun one that you should play or at least try out. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a new JRPG from Nintendo, and quite honestly, I'm still surprised we're even getting this game in 2017. Xenoblade Chronicles X came out in late 2015 for us in North America, and it was not only one of the best games on the Wii U, but one of the best RPGs of that year. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has you explore a new world called Elysium as a brand new character in the series. Very much like Fire Emblem Switch, we don't know much about the game's story just yet, but coming from Nintendo and Monolith, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. ARMS. I think most would be surprised to hear that this is on my list, and I'll admit it does look a bit funny. Not one too Switch funny, but definitely not the most hardcore looking game out there. However, one could say the same thing about Splatoon originally, and look how that turned out. In the same way, I think ARMS may be the next Splatoon, in the sense of it being a brand new IP that does pretty well. I got a chance to try it out in New York last month, and it was actually pretty fun. You're able to play the game in both motion control style or traditional control style, and it plays like a super powered punch-out game, where you can extend your character's arms with every single punch you throw. Each character has a unique ability with different types of arms to fight with. I got a chance to play with motion controls, but I'm definitely looking forward to trying it out with traditional controls too. I think it has the potential to be a really fun competitive party game for Nintendo and the Switch. Fast RMX is the sequel to Fast Racing Neo, one of the later indie games in the Wii U's life cycle that was directly inspired by games like F-Zero and Wipeout. Fast RMX looks like it'll play very similar to its predecessor, based on futuristic fast racing, with improved visuals thanks to it being on the Switch. This game will run at 1080p 60 frames per second in TV mode and 720p 60 frames per second on the tablet, and it'll also support the multiple Switch control features, including the new HD Rumble and the Joy-Cons. Those of you yelling at Nintendo to make a new F-Zero game, take a look at this game, I think you'll have some fun. And lastly, Skylanders Imaginators, the game series from Activision, and I'm just messing with you guys, it's Mario Odyssey, come on. We got a full gameplay reveal of Super Mario Odyssey last month, and I think many of us were surprised to hear that the game is coming out later this year. It looks like it'll follow the gameplay more akin to Super Mario 64, with the camera facing directly behind Mario, something I think excited a lot of fans like myself of the earlier 3D Mario games. As for the setting, Mario Odyssey will take Mario on an adventure around the world, taking him to places he's never been before, like New Donk City for example. Yeah, seeing realistic looking humans next to Mario is kinda weird, but everything else about the game looks pretty darn fun. And knowing the game is only a few months away, I'm eager to get my hands on it at E3 this year. We've had previous Mario games exploring the galaxy, and now it's time to explore the planet Earth. And those are the Nintendo Switch exclusives I'm excited to play in 2017. Let me know what you're hyped to play on the Switch in the comment section below. Also be sure to hit up the description where you can find links to all the games I mentioned in this video in the description, along with my social network links like Facebook, Twitter, and Snapchat. Definitely recommend you hit me up on those. And my gaming usernames will be down there too, so if you want to add me on PlayStation, Xbox, Wii U, or 3DS, you can do that down below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to be notified whenever I release more content like this one, and while you wait for my next video, here are 2 videos I recently put up that you can go ahead and check out. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.